Hello, hello. Oh, all right. Ah, I'm here. I hope you all can hear me. I've took me a little bit longer to get everything ready than I had anticipated, and then I've got like a cat at my ankles, trying to play with all the cables. So let's hope she doesn't just pull everything out. How's it going, everybody? Good morning. Let's see if I can read you. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. There's a whole lot of you here. Okay. Cool. And a whole lot of comments, too. Wow. Fucking hell. 3 a.m.? Where is it 3 a.m. in the world? It's Australia? Still time for a short nap. Brunswick, Georgia. I've missed seeing updates from Daniel. I've missed giving you guys updates. And yeah, I have been in the black for an entire month now. And as much as I enjoy hanging out with you guys on social media, talking a bunch of bullshit, I felt it was really, really important to just kind of push the rest of the world away and finish this record, which is actually not entirely done just yet, but it's almost there. I think it just needs a couple of more days, and then it will be in the can. The fifth, it is the fifth one, right? I've been telling everybody it's fifth. The fifth, yes, it is the fifth Aesthetic Perfection album, and I'm really, really proud of it. I'm really, really stoked. It's going to come out on March 29th next year. Some people were asking why so long. Well, because it takes actually 3 months to manufacture vinyl, and I got to promote it. And it takes 3 months to promote a record, and I'm doing this whole thing by myself with a little help from a lot of help from my Patreon supporters who basically made it possible for me to make all of these various physical formats. So because of them, we're getting vinyl and cassettes. It's super awesome. So let's see what you guys got to say. Sophie, hi from Hungary. How are you? I am tired, and I didn't have time to refill my tea before we got started here. 7 p.m. in Sweden, yes. Good afternoon from Germany. Good afternoon right back. Warning, bring a thick jacket when you get to Denmark. Yeah, not really looking forward to Scandinavia in the winter. But, hey, you gotta suffer. Have you missed us? I have absolutely missed all of you. It's been so weird not being on social media. It's also kind of scary how much you come to need it. But hey, that's the world we live in. An acapella preview of the upcoming album. Well, if you are a Patreon supporter, you get clips of the new album every couple of days. I've posted clips of probably 6 or 7, maybe even 8 of the 15 songs that I wrote for this. However, only 10 of them are going to make it onto the record. I still have not decided on the final track list. I'm actually going to finish all 15 songs and mix and master them, and then I'm going to lay them out on my table and say, okay, which are the best ones and which 5 should just fuck right off. Greetings from Utah. Greetings back to Utah. Make sure you come and see us at Area 51. The date is in the description. You like my shirt? I like my shirt too. I ordered it from what's that one hipster place? Urban Outfitters. I guess they're not really hipster anymore, but they used to be. Walking around a Christmas evening market in Bristol. Awesome. I hope you come see us in Bristol in April. Going to be at Fleece. Good evening from the Netherlands. Greetings back to the Netherlands. How's your asthma been lately? I'm on a kind of steroid that is, I guess, preventative. So actually, since I started taking this medication, I have not had any asthma attacks, which, knock on wood, man. No, do not pull out the cable from the computer. Oh my God. Cats, man. So I actually only need to use my rescue inhaler before I go running, and that's only preventative as well. Like my doctor said, you need to use it every time before you go running or do any strenuous physical activity, and I just keep thinking maybe I can go running without it, but I always carry it with me, but I don't know, they won't let me. I kind of wish I could just stop taking all the inhalers, but hey. Tanfi, looking forward to our next date in Hanover. I hope you have your tickets for Hanover because it's sold out. Hello from Colorado. Hello back. I hope you come see us at the Marquee Theater next year. Tickets are on sale now. What's happening to the 5 songs that are not making the album? We will just have to wait and see. Patreon supporters do get an exclusive unreleased track. So that's what's happening to one of them. Any chance for a European tour? The European tour is announced. All the dates are on my website, on my Facebook. Tickets are on sale now. I would recommend getting them sooner rather than later because the shows are starting to sell out. Hanover sold out. Hamburg is close. Berlin is close. And hopefully some more will follow. Can we see the cat? Well, I can see the cat, but if I pick up the computer, then I risk losing all the cables. If she decides to make an appearance, I'll let her do it. She's looking at the computer, very jealous. I think she's just kind of like, what the fuck are you doing? Talking at that computer instead of playing with me. But the fact is that I woke up this morning super stressed, like with all this big announcement shit that I had to take care of. And I'm like, oh fuck, I've only got, an hour and 45 minutes till the live stream, blah, blah, blah. And she's just like, play with me, play with me, play with me. So I took 15 minutes to play with her. And that 15 minutes could have been better used to perhaps prepare for this live stream. Just sort of winging it here. Will you bring merch and CDs to the European tour? Absolutely. However, and this is a big however, I'm only making 1,000 CDs, 500 vinyl, and 200 cassettes. Physical merchandise is not high in demand right now. Or even more so, actually, physical media is not high in demand. So I'm only printing that many of versions of this album. And Patreon supporters get first dibs on them, so they will get advance access to the album pre-orders. And then whatever's left over, then I will release to the public. And whatever is left over from that, I will be taking with me on tour. There's a possibility that I will print different versions of it in the future if there's a huge demand, but the first pressing will be will be unique, and will only be available in limited quantities. Yeah, unfortunately. Oh. Hey. She's like, no, I don't like the people. Okay, you're free. Come on, just sit down next to me. It's fine. Oh, now it wants to bite me. Yeah, unfortunately, we're not. We don't have any Netherlands shows scheduled for this run. It's difficult for us in the Netherlands. Um, Whenever we reach out to promoters there, they're just not particularly interested. So I don't know. Maybe tell your local promoter that you want to see us, and we can make it happen on the next one. I would love to go back to the Netherlands, though. I love it there. Will Empathy Test support you on the European tour? No. The support for the European tour is Priest and Amelia Arsenic. So it's also a super sick lineup, and yeah, tickets are on sale. Will you be at the merch table again? Yes, I am always at the merch table. You can always come up and say hi to me after the gig. Any demos of any new songs? Yeah. Patreon supporters have been getting previews of the new album for a couple of months now. So I will continue to do that until till we release the album. Is Priest in the lineup for San Antonio? No. It is Empathy Test and Aesthetic Perfection, and we will most likely add a third band. But I just want to make sure I find the right one. Where did you get the inspiration for the name Mara? Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo books. And for some reason, when I got the cat, I was thinking about the English language version of the movie with Rooney Mara, and I was like, Mara's kind of a cool name. So it just went from Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Rooney Mara. My cat's name is Mara. Do you have a live lineup for the tour already planned? Yes. Yes, I do. Megan, a venue in my town could have you, but it's in the south next to Germany, but it is small. Yes, we are open to playing wherever. However, all of the German dates are booked and on sale right now, so we won't be adding any more to this upcoming tour. I hope you'll come see us at one of the other ones. All the dates are on our website, Facebook. Check it out. Any chance you'll be at Amphifest again next year? No, absolutely not. You are not allowed to play festivals 2 times in a year. Somniloquous, not gonna lie, kind of sick of Empathy Test. Well, Americans have never had any empathy tests at all, so they haven't had the chance to get sick of them yet. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know they support everyone over there, but they don't support anyone over here. Any plans for South America? I am working on it, but it is very difficult to find a reliable promoter to bring us out there. We are not a very big band, and we're kind of at a level where there's an audience for us in certain markets, but there just isn't the infrastructure to bring us. So let's hope. Pink Pop, maybe. Pretty big festival. Yeah. I highly doubt Aesthetic Perfection will ever be invited to Pink Pop. I would love it. I would love for that to happen. It'd be awesome. But I don't know how likely that is. Any plans for Mexico? Yeah, I mean, we don't have anything concrete just yet. However, we play Mexico City like every year, so I don't see why we would not be able to play Mexico on this upcoming world tour. Something in Russian, question mark. I don't speak Russian. Any chance for a Nordic tour next year? I'm working on a Nordic tour. I'm really hoping that we can get to uh, Iceland, Finland, uh, Sweden, Norway, Denmark. It's kind of the plan. Will you come to Hungary? We actually just played Hungary in August, so we will not be playing Hungary soon. But definitely want to come back. I love Budapest, and we played this really cool festival. I'm gonna butcher the name, Feketizaj, I guess, is how you say it. And that was up in the hills. It was really pretty, awesome festival grounds. Loved it. Have you heard about the Oris Fest in Mexico City? Yes, I've played the Oris Fest like twice. Any chance you would ever tour with Combi Christ? I toured with Combi Christ 20 times. I don't know, probably 10 times back in the day. Anything could happen. We'll see what the future holds. Any chance you would go on tour again with William Control? That is a. I think that question. I think the answer to that one's obvious. Can't wait to see you in Seattle. Bought tickets for October. Awesome. Thank you. I think this tour is going to be really good. I remain cautiously optimistic because I don't know. I'm really excited about this record. I feel like people are excited about it too. I'm really excited about Empathy Test coming on this tour. I think it's just like kind of the stars are aligning for this, and I'm just cautiously optimistic, which is not really in my nature. I'm usually just like a huge pessimist. Will there be an option to pre-order the album without being a patron? Yes, I will make pre-orders available, but that is after the patrons get first dibs on them. So it's going to go Patreon supporters, public pre-orders, and then it comes out, and then whatever is left over after it's released, well, yeah, we'll see. Plans for Christmas. As many of you know, my wife is Austrian, and so her family is over there. Gonna be spending Christmas in Austria this year. We go like every other year, basically 1 year my family, 1 year her family. So yeah, we're gonna be going to Austria this year. It's their turn, and yeah, just drink a lot of Glühwein and eat really heavy, fattening food. It's going to be awesome. IMX tour? I don't know. You never know. Tell Chris that you want to see us on tour with them, and maybe it'll happen. Super hyped for the show in Tampa 6 days before my 21st birthday. Awesome. Well, happy early birthday. I am super stoked about the Tampa show. Tampa's always great. You should consider coming to Orlando as well. It's not that far away, and it's going to be really, really cool because we want people to make a weekend out of Florida because we're going to make multiple set lists for every for this tour so that every show is unique and different. Because I just kind of realized that Aesthetic Perfection has now 5 albums and 6 if you count Blood Spills, and that's a lot of material to cover. So I want to do my best to cover as much of that vast discography on this tour as possible. So yeah, Orlando and Tampa are going to be totally different shows, and I hope you'll come see both of them. Will this album be more industrial sounding or sticking to the synth pop sound? I'm going to buy it either way. This album, I don't even know. I don't even know how to describe it to you. Um, it sounds like nothing you've ever heard before, but it will be totally familiar. Um, and it's got some of the heaviest songs that I've ever made on it, and it's got some of the softest, most poppiest songs that I've ever made on it. It is really just, it's a fucking mixed bag. Um, but I think that there's something for fans of every era of aesthetic perfection on this record. Um, yeah, there's club tracks, there's ballads, heavy stompers, upbeat, sexy swingers, whatever. You know, it's all of it. Will you play Close to Human songs? I would like to. It depends on if I have the time to rebuild them, because as many of you know, I lost all those songs in a hard drive crash back in the day. So it's really, really important to me that I kind of get those songs back and start playing them live again. Whether or not I can get them recreated in time for that tour, that remains to be seen. It kind of depends on what the rest of my year looks like. Opinions on Ludotech, and would you ever tour with them? They're a fine band, and sure, why not? Are you doing Bye 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 on tour? Yes, we are. Love your tattoo. Getting a tattoo this year as well. Going to take 2 sessions, 5 hours each. Upper arm, bit on the shoulder. How long did yours take? This was actually only about 4 hours, 5 hours. A lot of my other stuff, 10, 12 hours. As you get older, man, getting tattooed fucking sucks. Like, I hate it so much now. I used to think it was no big deal, and now it just feels like it's awful. A wet cigarette being dragged across your skin. Ugh. So, yeah, yay tattoos. Congrats. Enjoy it. What's the drink of the day? Tea. For now, it's 10 a.m. I haven't moved on to alcohol just yet. Will there be more pop covers as well, like Bye Bye Bye? Maybe. I don't know. I try not to repeat myself. I tend to try to do something new every time. So I don't want to be like that industrial band that just covers boy bands. Like, I thought it was cool because it was a song that I loved, like I really loved in my youth. And I knew that a lot of people that were into like alternative music just didn't appreciate. And so I really reveled in the opportunity to interpret it in a way that I think would be palatable for those kind of people. I mean, sure, it's entirely possible that I would do something like that again, but really I just, I don't want to repeat myself. That's kind of artistically uninteresting for me. So we'll see. What do you prefer, turkey or duck for Christmas? I think duck is disgusting. It is horrible. My wife loves it. I hate it. I hate duck. I hate ducks. Horrible animals. Horrible tasting animals. Fuck ducks. Hopefully I'll be coming to London or Manchester, aiming to do both. Do you still remember me? Yes, Katie, I do remember you. We met at, I can't remember the venue name. But yes, I do remember you. Any plans to visit Tampa soon? Yes, the Tampa show is on sale right now. The ticket link is in the description of this video. The whole entire North American tour has been announced. Almost all the tickets are on sale except for Austin and San Francisco, and I'm fucking on their asses right now saying, hey, give me my goddamn ticket links. My fans need their tickets. So yes, get your tickets to Tampa and also come to Orlando because both shows are going to be sick and they are going to be totally different. Favorite place to go on Holiday or vacation? Mexico. I love Mexico. Metal cover, maybe. Um, maybe. Thinking about it. I mean, I like a lot of metal music, but I don't know. I feel like I make music that's kind of like closer to that, but maybe I don't. Maybe you guys don't think I don't. How I perceive my music is not how you perceive my music, so I'm just gonna stop worrying about that. Do you have any kind of special self care routine to prep your voice for a tour? Well, I mean, I rehearse the songs as as wait, okay. I had a brain fart. Um, I rehearse the songs as much as possible. I think that's really all you can do. You want to basically like know the songs as if they were an extension of yourself, like just the physical sensations of every note and all that kind of stuff. And I've been working really, really hard on my voice the last. I mean, I've been working on it for about 10 years, but I've been like working on it incredibly hard for about 5 years, and I would say that I've only gotten like good in the last 2 years. I got accepted to a singing workshop in Copenhagen this winter, so I'm gonna fly out to Copenhagen and do like an intense singing workshop for a week, and hopefully I will come out of that being even better. It's kind of like my goal to be like the singer that I'd always hoped I could be and more. And I feel like I'm on that path. And I'm really proud of all of the singing on this record. It's just, light years beyond anything I've ever done. Obviously, I hear a lot of the mistakes sometimes. But you just got to stop worrying about perfection because it's unattainable. So, yeah. Uh, Damn it, I missed the Worcester Palladium show in Massachusetts. What? We're not playing in Worcester. Uh, Although we are playing in Boston at the Once Ballroom, and it's next year, and tickets are on sale right now. So you haven't missed it. We're coming to Boston. And Mexico loves you. Can you be more specific about your favorite part? Well, there's a lot of different parts that I love in Mexico. I mean, I go there on vacation every couple of years, and I go to different areas. So I go to the Yucatan, or I go to the West Coast, or we go to Mexico City. I just really love the country and the people. I love how different it all is. It's just Mexico's the best. Would you ever put out an album that's conceptual along the lines like Queensryche's Operation Mind Crime? Uh, I don't think I've ever listened to Queensryche, so I don't know. What are some of your favorite musicians and artists at this point in time? Um, I would have to say the band Architects are probably like my favorite contemporary band. Then there's always Michael Jackson and Queen, and I know like Queen's really popular right now because the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, but like Freddie Mercury has been my hero and biggest influence for a really long time. Trying to think of who else I really appreciate. I mean, those are the big ones. I usually get into works and not artists, so I'm not particularly interested in the artists themselves, more just individual pieces of work. But some of them just really stand out. Um, and I love Michael. I love Freddie. I love Architects. If we're talking about like fine artists, um, Francis Bacon. I just read a book about his life, and seeing what a crazy fucking asshole he was and the way that his mind worked was really kind of comforting, because I I saw a lot of parallels in the way that he lived and thought and the way that I live and think, and it made me feel like not so alone and not so like crazy. So that was pretty good. Uh, yeah. Out of the newest songs you've made, which do you think is the best? Oh God, I don't even know. Morning Doves, Gods and Gold. Uh, they're all good for their own reasons. Neon Rave Kid, Cincinnati, Ohio. Yeah, Cincinnati is on the list and tickets are on sale right now. It's all ages. And it's at an awesome venue. It's at a church. How sick is that? Have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody? What did you think of it? I liked it. I saw it a couple of weeks ago. I thought it was cool. Um, you know, I was kind of annoyed by some of the historical inaccuracies and stuff that was just kind of, yeah, just not true. But it was still really good, and I don't think it was sanitized like a lot of people have complained. Like, you know, you can't condense that much history into 2 hours without leaving something out. So I don't think they like made the band look squeaky clean or anything. Like some people have complained. It was cool. Let's see. Here. Here is your Cincinnati date. Right there. What? Edit and try again. Why? Edit what? Why are you being stupid? It doesn't want me to post a link? Oh, you're a son of a bitch. Or it doesn't like the tiny URL link? Is that what life is? Do you know the Finnish rock band Poets of the Fall? Yeah. The only reason I know about them though is because a lot of people compare me to them. So I checked out some of their music videos, and I was like, okay, I guess I can see some similarities, but it's not really my thing. Uh, they're clearly very talented though. Eloy, any chance of more guitar-based songs like Rhythm Control? That will probably always be my favorite. There are about I wrote about 5 or 6 songs with guitar on it, and they were all performed by Jinx from Black Veil Brides, just like Rhythm Control. So I think you will not be disappointed. However, some of them do not sound anything like Rhythm Control, but they are still really good. My parents always go on about the places you decide to put on concerts, but have you ever experienced any issues? I don't think I really understand the question. What do you mean, like issues? Um, uh, I mean, yeah, I've never really had any problems with any of these clubs. They're usually all pretty cool. What do you think of Priest? Any chance of a collaboration there? I mean, sure, anything's possible. They are going on tour with us in Europe. They're supporting us for the entire European tour. It's gonna be great. I love them. They're great dudes. Uh, will we be getting a taste of any of the new music anytime soon? I will start releasing singles and videos next year. Are you going to give a concert in Russia this year or during this tour? I really hope so. I know that we are talking about it, and I know that we are working on going to the Nordic countries, so maybe it's just a hop, skip, and a jump away from Helsinki. We'll see. Do you plan to come to France anytime soon? France is hard for some reason. Like with the Netherlands, French promoters just don't seem interested. Um, However, we have an audience in France, but it's sort of that same problem that we have with South America. It's like we're big enough to have fans, but there just isn't like the infrastructure there in terms of promoters to set it up. So it's it's weird. I hope so. I would love to do it. Next video clip. When are you planning it? It should be out at the end of January. How did you meet Emmy Milling? Emmy's been my friend for 2006 when I first played in Copenhagen, and I rode the Danish party bus from Copenhagen to Leipzig for Wave Gothic Treffen, and I did that for like 3 or 4 years, where I would go and party in Copenhagen with that whole Danish party crew for a week before going to Wave Gothic Treffen. It was a fun, awesome ritual, a very long and painful ritual for my poor liver, but it was awesome. So I'm looking forward to seeing all those guys again. It's when I'm in Copenhagen next month. Will you be doing any more sets for Communion After Dark? I'm hoping so. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll invite us. Are you a fan of And One? What do you think of them? Yeah, I like And One. I like Steve. I like Steve's new video about dealing with promoters, because it's such a fucking perfect window into what our world is really like. And I think it's cool that he kind of like made that public for everybody to yeah, understand. No, I have not spoken to Tim Van Horn in a year. Tour with Nightclub. We will see. We will see. Um, yeah, I obviously like. There's a lot of bands that I would love to tour with, but it's really mostly about balancing who I would like to play with versus who I think is a good fit for the tour versus who's available versus you know bands that have never played before. Like I really like bringing out bands that have never played in the U.S. before. Like that's why I did it with. That's why I'm doing it with Empathy Test. Why I did it with XRX and Faderhead. Like I just think that it's cool to give American audiences something that they've never had before. Oh yes, what our contracts for is amazing. Any plans for a live album DVD? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I care about live albums, but I think what I care about is not really that important. I should probably just give you guys what you want. So if you want a live DVD, I should probably just make one. So, do you want one? Let me know. I'll think about it. Have you heard of Shakespeare Sisters? I have not. You and Faderhead, fantastic combo. Yes, Faderhead is a guest on one of the tracks on the new album, and it's pretty good. Eric Vane for Europe. Oh, God. Eric Vane is great, but he has, like, no fans. That's mean. That's mean. But it's true. He just, it would be hard because you got to bring bands that have an audience. It's tough, man. Any Canada tour dates? Yes, Toronto is on sale right now. And I'm hoping that it sells out. Like, we did really, really well on our last Toronto show, and I think with the sort of like nice growth of the band and an empathy test along for the ride, I think we can sell this fucker out. With your help, of course. Have you seen A Star is Born? Yes, I have seen the previews. I have not seen the movie. I should see it because everybody says it's really, really good. But I don't know. Lady Gaga's not a very good actor. She was horrible on American Horror Story. But I really love Lady Gaga. Like, I think she's a great singer and a great songwriter. But her acting makes me embarrassed. Do you listen to covers that bands made from your songs, and do you like them? I don't know if anybody has made many covers of my songs. I think I've heard like one or two. That's about it. You should come to Vancouver. Well, Vancouver's a really hard market. I reached out to some people and I attempted to make it work this time and it didn't happen. I hope you will consider coming down to Seattle to see us because it's going to be a great tour and a great show. Toronto isn't real Canada. Sorry. I don't know. I don't know what real Canada is then. Favorite stand-up comedian? Well, I guess I used to like Louis C.K. Now I'm not really allowed to like Louis C.K. anymore because he's kind of a gross weirdo. I'm not like big on stand-up comedy. I used to like it when I was younger. I used to really like Eddie Izzard, but now I watch it and I'm just kind of like, it's all right, I guess. Any chance of playing a UK festival like Bloodstock or Download? How big do you think I am? Oh, man. Look, I would love to play these festivals, but not in this universe, at least not anytime soon. Rotersand covered Never Enough? No. No way. Send me a link. I don't believe it. Paulo, no, there are no other club options for Toronto, I'm afraid. You're kind of at the mercy of where the local scene is, where the local promoters have their relationships built, and the local promoter in Toronto has his connections at Coalition. I could go against him and try to book my own show, but that would probably be disastrous because I don't have my roots dug into the local scene, so I wouldn't be able to even properly promote it from here in Los Angeles. So I need the local guys on the ground to make it happen. So I hope you'll still come see us at Coalition, even if the venue isn't perfect. I mean, come on, we're a small band. The fact that I'm even able to tour and play these places is remarkable, because in this climate it's difficult, and a lot of bands are just giving up because they can't even get anybody to come, because they're like, "Oh, I don't like the club, or it's on a Thursday, or this or that." I mean, just come. I don't think Rotterdam covered AP. I was wondering about your political stance. You seem like a bit of a cuck. Fucking hell. Speaking of live dates, should I talk to someone about making an impulse concert when getting to Denmark? No, I don't have any time to make concerts in while I'm doing my voice thing. I'll barely have time for socializing, because it's like all day, every day for 5 days, and I'm in town for 6 days. Yes. No, Rotterdam did not remix Never Enough. Rotterdam. Oh yes, they did. They did. But a remix is not a cover. It's different. Um, Darker Side of Light promotions in Toronto. Tickets are on sale now. It's in the description here of the YouTube video. How much is your live show? Um, it depends on where you're at. Look at the list of concert dates and click the ticket link, and it shall tell you. Most concerts are between $18 and $25 for a ticket. I like keeping it as affordable as possible, because I know that, you know, times are tough financially for a lot of people. And while other artists are just like fucking price gouging everybody, it's like, oh, hey, come to my arena show and sit in the nosebleeds and pay $100 per ticket. It's absurd. So I really want to make it something that everybody can afford and attend. So I hope they do it. Fingers crossed. Ugh. Ouch, why are we bringing politics into this lovely live stream? Man, I'm like so over politics. It's just incredible. Like, there's so many other things in life that are more important than politics. And politics are important, and you should be well versed and informed and educated, and you need to fucking vote and go and do all that stuff. But the amount of time and energy that people invest into getting worked up over all of this shit is just, it's really bad for everyone's mental health, I think. So you should care about politics. You should be active in politics, but you should not make it your entire life. And you certainly should not judge people because of their political beliefs. So. What is the priciest venue you've ever performed in? Like, how much did it cost? To rent the venue? $1,000? I don't know. Venues are expensive to rent sometimes. I do and say what the media allows me to. Yeah, what the media allows a nobody industrial musician who's not signed to any label, who has practically zero platform. Yes, the media really gives a shit about what I say. Cool. So stupid. Have you always known you were straight, or did you struggle with what you were into in your earlier years? Um, I've always been aware of my sexuality or knowing that I was straight, um, but I never conformed to like gender expectations. I was always, you know, I was the dude in high school that wore like makeup and dresses and shit like that. So it was never into sports or cars or anything that was, you know, typically male. I like romantic comedies. I get on better with girls than I do with guys. So, even though I'm straight, I was never fitting like, you know, the male mold. So I never really thought about it actually, to be honest. Yeah, that's yeah, yeah. Would you release a debut album from another band through your label? Nah, not really. I don't. My label is more for me and not for other artists. I barely have the time to um, I barely have the time to do my own stuff, let alone properly promote another artist's work. It takes a lot of time. Um, so I mean, I wish I could give more support to up and coming artists, but it's just a matter of yeah, time, resources, energy, and I don't have that. Yeah, I know my rose shirt is amazing. I think this Balthazar dude is just a fucking troll. Here, let's remove and oh no, how do we block him? Oh, he's in timeout. There we go. Oh, timeout. No, I want to fucking block him. Whatever. We're done in 7 minutes, and then we're all free of this troll guy. Do you slackline? I don't know what that is. I need advice. I'm very close to succeeding in a job at a science museum, but I'm in college and I don't know if I should drop out. I am absolutely not taking responsibility for answering that question. You have to do that for yourself. I'm not telling you what to do with your life. Besides, everything that anybody ever told me to do with my life, I didn't do it. And I probably hurt myself in doing it that way, but you know, people are stubborn and you just gotta do it for yourself. Best of luck though. Super excited to see you in Kansas City. I am super excited to return to Kansas City. I think it's going to be a great show. You like the series Glee? I've actually not been a fan of Glee because I don't like musicals. I like really hate musicals. It's like, don't sing your text at me. Don't sing your sung dialogue. Ugh. How do you stay so fit? Um, well, I'm not so fit right now because I've been really slacking on my regimen with this record. I've been stressed, so I've just been like stress eating pumpkin pie and drinking fucking beer and wine and stuff all the time and not working out. But yeah, I usually try to go and do something 5 days a week and try to eat right and not drink so much, despite what my image portrays. I don't drink nearly as much as I used to because I'm fucking 35 and hangovers last 2 days these days. So I don't have the I don't have the wherewithal to deal with that anymore. I've asked many people, but asking someone successful is probably the best option in my opinion, still figuring shit out. The truth of the matter is, Katie, is that we're all still figuring shit out. Like, I don't have anything figured out. I'm just totally winging it all the time, trying to figure out if I've made the right decision, the right life choices. Am I totally fucking up with, am I totally fucking up announcing my tour right now 10 months away? Because a lot of people are telling me that I am. A lot of people are telling me that I'm fucking up self-releasing my album. A lot of people are telling me that, I'm fucking up for a lot of reasons. But all you can do is kind of trust your instincts and trust that you've informed yourself enough about the risks and benefits of your actions, and make sure that you're doing everything with as much information as possible. And if you think that you have a good reason for doing what you're doing, and you know what that reason is, and you can articulate it, and it's not just based on feelings or kind of irrational stuff, then you're probably making the right decision for yourself. So sit down, weigh the pros and cons, think about what could happen if you do A, what could happen if you do B, and which outcome is going to make you the happiest, and do that one. And if you fail, well, then you fail, and you got to get up and try again, because we all fail, and failure is a part of being successful. Is being an independent artist scary? Yep. Terrified all the time. Any chance of a collaboration with Nyx in the near future? I don't know. We'll see. She's working on her own album right now. We'll see what the future brings. All right. 2 more minutes. What's the first thing you like to do when you get home after a long day in the studio? Drink a beer and watch American Dad. Favorite mammal? Not including cats. Dolphins. Is Sven from Solar Fake married? I do not know. I know he's got a long-time partner, though. What is your family lineage? I don't know. My family says that I'm German, Swedish, and English, but that's almost certainly total bullshit. But I won't take any of those DNA tests because I just don't want any private company to have my DNA profile that they can like sell, or I don't know. It's like weird. But yeah, I don't know where my family's from. I'm basically just Euro trash. I think I'm just like a mutt, and I don't know much about my family, especially on my father's side. I don't know anything at all. And yeah, that's it. Any more goodies coming for patrons? Yes. I just got the patches, and I've got some stickers and stuff. Don't worry, I'm going to create some more cool shit. All right, guys. Hey, thank you for hanging out with me. This was a lot of fun. A lot of weird questions. You guys totally threw me for a loop a couple of times. And so I'm sorry if I stumbled or put my foot in my mouth in any way, shape, or form, but hey, that's kind of like the nature of live streams. And yeah, I just hopefully we'll get better at it in the future. Anyway, so I hope you guys come see us on tour. All the tour dates are in the description. Brand new album out March 29th, and I will update you guys more in the future as I get more information. So, see you guys.